Hey everyone, it's Shannon. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we are doing another baby registry buyer pass. Now in this video, most of the things I'm going to show you are my favorites, but I'm also going to share with you the products that I didn't truly love with either of my boys. Now many of these products I've already passed on to loved ones or friends or donated, so anytime I do not have the product with me, I'm going to insert a picture or a clip so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So first up on our list are burp cloths. Now there's many types of burp cloths and some of them are adorable, but not all are created equal. After having both my boys, my tried and true runs are the Muslin burp cloths. The muslin ones work so much better at getting all of the spit up, dribble, anything that happens in cleaning up messes. You can get cute ones with designs like this, or a great financial choice is actually to get the Gerber baby cloth diaper inserts. That is a fraction of the price. They work the best, they wash very well, and they're great at cleaning up. So it's a great alternative if you don't want to spend extra money on burp cloths because they're going to be cleaning spit up. We don't need to spend a lot of money on them. Now there are lots of cute options out there. Ones I would not recommend getting, so a total pass for me, would be the Burts baby cloths. Now these are adorable. These ones have little bees on them, super cute, but they don't soak up the things. And when you're using a burp cloth, especially in the middle of the night, you want it to soak up everything. And so these for me would be a pass. They cost more than the Gerber diaper inserts and they're just not worth the money to me. Next up is bottles. Now there is a wide range of bottles on the market. Everything from glass to different plastics, different types of nipples and contraptions and inserts. Anything you can think of is made for baby bottles. What I have found that works best for us is I prefer the Dr. Brown Premie bottles. So using the Premie nipple insert, those work great for transitioning baby from nursing to getting onto a bottle because the flow is less. And so baby's not going to feel as overwhelmed. But my tried and true #1 buy are the Nuke natural bottles. Now what I love with these is they are simple. They are just a few pieces. Unlike Dr. Brown where you're taking apart a lot of pieces and cleaning tiny things, this is literally the bottle itself, the little ring, the nipple, and the lid. They're super easy to clean. They are dishwasher safe if you prefer to wash your bottles that way. And they just make feeding your baby so much more simpler. What's nice with them is they also have different levels of nipples, so you can as baby grows, their amount of milk that they're able to get quickly can go up with it. Taking a little turn from nursing, let's talk about more the toddler phase. I am a big fan of Munchkin products. We have tons of them in our home, and truthfully it's because they work well and they are a great price point. And some of my favorites from Munchkin for toddlers are really their dinnerware. So Munchkin makes great regular little plates. They're just plain circles. We use these the most for snacks, but we also use them for heating stuff up in the microwave real quick. They are microwave safe, they are dishwasher safe, they're easy to use, they're easy for the kids, they come in a variety of colors, and they're just plain and simple. When feeding dinners or lunches, we love Munchkin's divided plates. These are simple, dishwasher safe, and they're easy for them to be able to have their main course, fruits and veggies, all separated for them. So easy peasy for them to eat. They do not have a silicone grip on the back. I've found that those kind don't really work. Toddlers are smart. They will figure out how to rip those off. So these work really well. Also with Munchkin, we love their toddler silverware. Now it's true silverware pieces on top, plastic silicone-ish on the bottom. They are dishwasher safe and they work great for when your baby is learning how to use forks and spoons to eat and feed themselves. What I really like on them is you have this little guard on the end, so your toddler baby cannot shove the spoon or fork all the way back in their mouth and end up hurting themselves or choking. Now, once they get a little older, that can become a little frustrating as they're trying to get bigger bites and trying to get things back there. But for just learning, these are fantastic options for them to learn how to feed themselves on. Alright, let's talk about bottle drying racks. One thing that was super popular when my first was born, he's now 7, were the Boone grass drying racks. Now these aesthetically look super cute. They look like little grass growing up. You can also get them in other colors like gray and white. They're terrible to clean. Like yes, you can set your bottle and all the parts on them, and sometimes the cute little trees that you can put on them are great for drying the accessories with bottles. but you can't clean these. I have tried everything, dishwasher, washing them by hand, scrubbing. You're never going to be able to get in between those grass pieces and truly clean them, which is not what you want with your baby's bottles. Everything for your baby's bottles and surrounding them, you want it to be clean. So I highly recommend passing on the Boone grass and tree drying racks. They're not worth your money. A great alternative is the Munchkin fold and dry rack. Now what I loved about this one is it was so easy to use. There's multiple levels of drying, so you have a space for all your bottles and all the accessories, the caps, the nipples. There's a tray that all the water goes to, and it's very easy to clean. You can easily hand wash it. You can fit your fingers in between everything and get it cleaned. Keep those hard water stains off, anything you need to do. Now what's also fantastic with this is it's great for traveling because all of the drying racks that are like this fold over flat onto itself. So you're able to easily pack it away in a bag and be able to wash baby's bottles, whether you're staying at a hotel or a family or friend's house who doesn't have a baby and has a drying system. It's very easy to travel with. And jumping back to feeding babies and toddlers, one of the best things to keep your floors cleaner and to catch all those little bits as baby's learning to eat are silicone bibs, the ones specifically that have the pocket on them. Whether you're feeding with purees or actual little bits of food, it will catch every drip and splash and piece in there, so you have less going on baby, less going all over the high chair, and less on the floor for you to clean. What's great with the silicone ones is you can throw them in the dishwasher or easily wash them by hand. Unlike having to throw them in the washer and wait for a load like you do typically with cloth ones, they're just great and they're so durable. So I highly recommend the silicone bibs that have the pockets. Now one thing that I purchased with my first, and then I used it one time and never used it again, was I decided to try to get a mat for under the high chair. Now I was getting tired of having to clean up the things that did spill under the high chair, because no matter what you use, no matter which high chair, no matter what kind of bib, things are still going to end up on the floor. Putting a mat under there was great in concept because my floor was clean, but now I had this extra mat to clean. Whether I was wiping it up or I was throwing it in the laundry, it was just another unnecessary step that I didn't need to take. So I really recommend passing on any type of under the high chair floor mat because you're going to have to clean it anyway. Might as well clean your floors and get your kitchen floors cleaner. Now something I do love for toddlers when you're eating out at a restaurant is getting toddler table mats. Now what's great with these is you can get them in all kinds of different designs. They are disposable, and what's easy about them is they typically on the back have adhesive strips that you just peel away and you can stick it down to the table. That way your toddler's not pulling it up, and if you're putting food on it for them and little treats, Gerber puffs, you're able to keep your baby's eating area cleaner for them and for everyone else. So I highly recommend these if you are someone who's taking your baby or toddler out often to restaurants. They're great for putting toys on top of or putting food. So they're just easy disposable placemats. They also make reusable ones and silicone ones if you're wanting a more sustainable option. I really found these were great with toddlers. Now that my boys are 2 and 7, we don't use them, but for under 2, they are a fantastic option. Now keeping on the toddler trend, I love Skip Hop. Skip Hop creates cute, easy little designed snack containers, and they have a variety of different designs. This one's the bumblebee, and I find it adorable. What's nice about this is it's 2 parts, and it easily comes apart and can be thrown in the dishwasher to clean. Now what I really love about this is you have the liner fully attached to the lid. So when little toddler is reaching their hand in and grabbing some snacks, not the entire container is spilling out. Just a few pieces are coming out in their hand, which makes cleanup a whole lot easier. Now, compared to other brands, and most of them have it where this is removable, which is great and can be convenient if you're going to use the snack container as the child grows. But toddlers are smart, and they will figure out that even when the lid is secure on a lot of those, they can rip this part out. And they'll do it because they want to get access to their snack faster. So that's one of the reasons I love Skip Hop. Dishwasher safe, and they have this guard that's not going anywhere. So snacks are not going all over my floor or all over my car. Now, if you're feeding your baby through bottles, whether it's formula or breast milk, I highly recommend the Dr. Brown's formula pitcher. And what's fantastic about this pitcher is it will mix everything for you. So if you're creating bottles in bulk for daycare and you're doing formula, you can easily put in the amount of water you need, add your scoops, and it has the great little attachment. You just lift up and down and we'll mix it all for you, and then you can pour it just like any pitcher into those bottles. It's fantastic for creating bottles for daycare or if you're going to be out and about for a while and need multiple bottles. Now, I also love the Dr. Brown pitcher for breast milk. When I was exclusively pumping for my first and then pumping and nursing for my second, it was really great when I was storing lots of milk in the fridge from when I would pump all day at work. I could combine all those pump sessions into one pitcher, have it in the fridge, and then as the fat rose to the top, you could easily use the stir and mix it back in. So then as I poured out multiple bottles for daycare the next day, every bottle had the same nutritional value and fat content. So you're not just getting stuck with that fat cap on the cap of fat on top. It was all mixed in perfectly. It's also a great option if you're making combined bottles. So if you are making bottles that are half breast milk, half formula, or any combination, you can go ahead and put in your formula first, stir that up, and then add your breast milk on top. And it makes combining them very easy as you're preparing bottles for daycare or for the day. Now, speaking of bottles, if your baby's gonna be going to daycare or out and about and you want to label them, my number one baby bottle labels that last. Mine have lasted the test of time with both boys. I put these on my first graders' water bottles. They can go through the dishwasher and last and last. These are the Wuzium's Write and Seal baby bottle labels. Now, what's nice with these is just showing you this one is most of the time they have a cute little design, but all you'll do is you lift up the tab, write their name right there, and then you're able to peel off this piece and seal it down. That way your handwriting, whether you used a pen or you used a Sharpie or marker, is locked in. Then you just peel it away and pop it on there like a sticker. It is fantastic. They last through the dishwasher. They last through sanitizing rinses in the dishwasher. They last through hand washing. For my 7-year-old, I've had ones on some of his water bottles that have lasted about 4 years before I felt like, oh, they've gotten a little dingy and I should redo them. Something lasting for years and years, especially on a product that you're washing every single day, is amazing. So I highly recommend these bottle labels, whether it's for baby bottles or water bottles. Now, this one might seem a little random, but it's something I recommend if you're planning to feed baby in bed, whether that is nursing or bottle feeding, is to get yourself an extra waterproof pad. Now, this is not just like your waterproof pad that you put on your mattress anyway to protect it as a mattress protector. This is an extra pad that you can sleep directly on top of. What's nice about this is if you have any leaks during the night, whether you self are leaking, baby's making a mess, bottles are spilling everywhere, you're keeping all of that off of your sheets and off of your mattress. It also does a great double duty with if you have postpartum sweats. It's gonna happen. We have postpartum sweats, we have postpartum bleeding. Any leaks, this catches them. It's really easy in the morning to just toss this in the washer, have it cycle through for the day, and have it again for the night. Now that I'm past feeding my boys with bottles or nursing, we utilize this whenever they're sick. So if one of my kids having tummy troubles and they're having some vomiting, we will slap this on their bed, and this saves me from washing and changing their sheets in the middle of the night if they get sick in the middle of the night. We don't use it every night, but we use it whenever they're sick, and it saves a lot of time. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, which I feel like is a great buy for everyone, whether you have nursed before or fed your baby formula, I really recommend this one book. It really helped validate my feelings that I had through my first journey as I was preparing for my next journey, and it taught me quite a few things about nursing and about pumping. It is the Lactivate User's Guide to Breastfeeding. It is a very short and sweet book. I've already passed it on to a good friend who just had her baby so she can learn more. It very much validates your feelings, gives you the behind the scenes of how milk is produced in your body, and gives you tips and tricks for pumping, nursing, and for formula feeding. I highly recommend this as a great read while you're pregnant. If you've already had babies and you've struggled before, like I struggled with my first time, it's a great guide to help you out. Alrighty y'all, so that wraps up today's video. Thank you for sticking through me. We went through all of my favorites for nursing and feeding babies. If you have any questions or any product recommendations yourself, please add them to the comments below. On my channel, I do new videos every Monday and Friday. Monday videos are more focused on college series and preparing you as a parent to support your student and things you should know. And Friday videos are all about parenting, cleaning motivation, and just being a parent and getting through life. I hope you have a wonderful day.